Hi, I'm Keith Ford, and this is Steve Ostrem, and welcome to another edition of From the Vault. And today we're coming to you again from Rock Island Auctions. And what have we got here, Steve?
Today we have an 1860 Army Thuer Conversion done by Colt. And if you're not familiar with a Thuer Conversion, don't feel bad. A lot of people don't know what it is. Basically, what this is a front-loading cartridge gun. Why front-loading? Because Colt had to get around the Rollin White patent back in the 1860s. Rollin White came out with that patent in 1855. Colt turned him down flat, said, "We're not interested." Smith Wesson took it up and never looked back. However, Colt saw the writing on the wall, particularly with the demand of Civil War guns, things like that, where the pace of arms development picked up, and they realized they were really behind, and they needed something to get them through until they could get around that patent. And what this is a self-contained cartridge. As you can see here, it's a tapered cartridge. Hope you can see that. The walls in the cylinder are tapered to accept it. And it's a centerfire. It's reloadable. Really cool. So what you did, and this is the fun part, is you have a gear shift lever right here. You can shift it back this way or this way. This is the fire and loading position. So you load it like a regular cap and ball revolver. You pop one of these in and seat it home with the ramrod, or with the loading lever, I should say. When you're done, fire the gun. You've got 6 empties in there and no way to get them out, right? Well, then you take your gear shift lever over that way, and you will see there's a very fancy E in script there. E for eject. Now here's the good part. There's a little linkage system in here that transfers the force of the hammer to a little teeter-totter, actually a double teeter-totter. There's 2 levers that bear on each other. So the force of the hammer comes forward, goes up against a lever, which goes against another lever, which punches the empty case out. So to empty the gun, you would take it, cock it, boom, cock it, boom, cock it, boom. And hopefully they all go out on the first try. The manual said try again if it doesn't come out the first time. That's not really positive ejection. And for that reason, among others, this never really caught the fancy of the public. Really nice workmanship on it. And this one is in beautiful shape. Totally beautiful shape. And these were reloadable. This is what one of the empty cases looks like. This one's been shot, of course. And the gun itself served as the loading tool. So you took your reloading tool here, you put the case in, I'll put a full one in there. That goes in place of the cylinder. You take the gun apart, you put this in place, then you can rotate this under the ramrod and seat your bullet. Quite an elaborate system, but they really had no choice. Until that patent expired or they came to an agreement, there was nothing else they could do. And this gave you approximately the power of a regular 1860 Army. And a lot of these came with a regular cylinder for percussion use, just like a normal 1860 would. This one is particularly fancy. It's got really nice grips. The metal's in immaculate shape for its age. It's really something. And this was produced until the 1871 and 1872 open-top cartridge guns came out from Colt. That patent finally expired. For you fans of drama, look up Rollin White and his court cases and his lawsuits and his relationship with Colt and Smith Wesson. There's a lot going on there. A lot of drama.
Pretty tumultuous relationship.
Yeah, and he basically died pretty much broke because in his contract, Smith Wesson had inserted he would spend the money to defend his patent against all others. So that cost him a lot of money. He never did get rich off it, and it's too bad. It's a neat gun, but its time really never came because Smith & Wesson was cranking out guns that loaded normally. They were licensing others to do it. So just a piece of history that kind of a flash in the pan.
Yeah. Now how it really interests me is how that stayed in the cylinder.
Well,
That's Really neat. I guess it's the
The idea
lead.
was when you upset it with the ramrod, this soft
Swelled
bullet
out.
would swell up and grab the case walls, or grab the cylinder walls, if everything went right. But they did have problems with them working forward under recoil. That was another big thing about it that really didn't carry over. A lot of these were shot with a conversion cylinder as a regular black powder cap and ball gun. So that's it for the Thuer Conversion. If you want to, leave us a comment. If you know anything more about these, we'd like to hear from you. In the meantime, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time when we bring you another gun
From the vault.